Hi everyone, That Cat Mommy here, and today we're going to be talking about how to introduce your existing cat to your brand new kittens. Now, some of you guys follow us on Instagram, and you know we recently got two beautiful little kittens, and we were super excited about bringing them home. This one, not so much excited about us bringing them home. So in this video, I'm going to walk you guys through the steps on what we have done and what we're continuing to do to make sure that our home is safe for both our older cat and our brand new kittens. So let's get into it. So the first thing that we did when we brought the kittens home was we secured a bathroom, a pretty sizable sized bathroom that we were not going to be planning on using for the first couple of days. That way the kittens had a place where they could go. It was smaller. It wasn't overwhelming. That way they got to know, hey, this is where your litter box is, because these kittens were barn kittens. So they went from the barn to basically the bathroom, which for me, I feel like was a penthouse upgrade for them from where they were living. But they were scared of us when we first got them, so we wanted to put them in a small room where they could feel safe. We definitely, and you definitely, don't want to take your new kitten and just throw it into the Thunderdome with your cat who is already living in your home, because everything the light touches in your home is your cat that's lived theirs first kingdom, okay? Everything. It's all his property. And these are two new invaders that are coming into his space and taking over his property. Your cat's not going to be happy about that. You wouldn't be happy if somebody moved into your house and was like, yeah, you know that room you're using? We're just going to use it now. And you no longer have, you know, control over that room. We're going to have it. We're also going to be out in your living space as well. Hope you don't mind that. So that's basically what you're doing to your cat when you bring in new kittens. So we kept it in the bathroom for a week, not only to help them feel safe and secure and get to know the lay of the land, but also to keep them safe from this boy, okay? Now, being in the bathroom, Boots could smell them. He could get down at the door and smell them. He could hear them meowing specifically when we went to go feed them, but he could not see them, okay? Now, I will side note this. We didn't use that bathroom when the kittens were in there. Fortunately, we have multiple bathrooms in our home, so we didn't have to. So that made it even secure. If you are going to be using the bathroom the kittens are in, you need to secure the toilet lid just so they can't somehow jump in and drown. We didn't have that problem because we weren't going in and out of that bathroom to use the bathroom. We just let them have it. Now, if you want to know when is the appropriate time to let your kittens out of the small room, I do suggest a bathroom that you have put them in. It's when they start trying to escape that room. Once they start trying to escape that room, they're comfortable with you, they're comfortable with their surroundings. It's time for them to move into a bigger room. So for the first couple of days, Boots could hear them and he could smell them, but he could not see them. Then once they started trying to escape, we moved them into their bedroom, which again was part of Boots's territory, but he was happy to give it up to not have to see them 24/7. Again, I don't recommend you throwing new cats in with an established cat. It is a baby step process. So they moved into the bigger room. Now he can still hear them. Now he can still smell them, but we actually would bring them out, hold them in our lap about 2 feet away from them, let him growl and hiss and make all of his noises at them that he wanted to. And then we would put them back. Okay. And we would be like, look, they're not going to hurt you. And they would just sit there and look like, hey, what you doing, buddy? You know, and he was just like, none of you. Okay. Well, there's two reasons for that. We had to get the kittens tested and make sure that they didn't have anything that they could give to Boots that he hadn't been vaccinated for or whatever. So we needed their test results to come back before they could drink out of the same water bowl or eat out of the same food bowl or use the same litter box. Now, as a side note, they currently do not use the same litter box. Boots has his own litter box, and I'll get more into that in a minute. So we could not have them like interact and have a possibility of one of them drinking or going in the litter box or whatever until we got those test results back. So we held them for about a month because they were, I think about 9 or 10 weeks old when we got them. So we held them for about a month until they could be tested and their test results came back and they were clean. And after and that was every day. We would hold them, we would show them, he would hiss, he would growl, we would put them back in the room, and we did that probably multiple times a day for an entire month. And then when we got the test results back, we're like, yay, they can finally be around each other. So we let them out in the living room and we left their bedroom door open. Now we closed our bedroom door. Our bedroom is solely Boots's domain. We actually now feed him in here. He is allowed to come in here. The kittens are not allowed in here. That was a decision we made because we felt like he needed a place to escape the kitten madness. He's 13 years old. He is not down to be playing with these kittens. They get on his last nerve, okay? So we wanted him to be able to sleep with us. He's been doing that. That's his routine. And I would love to have the kitten sleep with us, but you know, this is his territory. So we wanted to respect him by giving him our bedroom as his territory, and he loves it. Now we do use the living room and the kitchen and the dining room as a shared space. His litter box is in our laundry room, and whenever the kittens are out, we close the door to the laundry room and to the bedroom so they can't get in here. That's totally Boots' space. Now we will let Boots go in their room, okay, because that was his original territory, and the kittens don't care about him. Kittens don't care about him being anywhere he wants to be, all right? He definitely 100% cares about the kittens being around his stuff. Now, why don't we let them use the same litter box now? We didn't want the kittens going in his litter box to make him mad and him be like, well, I don't want to go in my litter box anymore because now they're going in it. So for right now, they have two separate litter boxes. Now, Boots is insanely smart. He knows how to communicate with us that he wants to go in somewhere. He knows how to knock on a door, and he doesn't do it in a traditional way. What he does is he takes his paws, no claws, just paws, and he paws at the door. And that is our signal whenever we hear it that he wants to go in wherever that is. So it was super convenient for us to be able to close the door. If he's in the living room and the kittens are driving him insane, he will knock on this door and we'll just let him in here. He can be in here. It's nice and quiet. It's peaceful. There's not a lot of high traffic, so he can chill out in here. And then when he wants to come back out, he paws on the inside of our door and we can hear him from the living room and we can let him out. Now, 110%, if I owned this place where we live, I would cut a hole in the doors, the laundry room door and this door, our bedroom door, and would get Boots a collar or something that would recognize a chip that he could go in and out of a kitty doggy door, whatever you want to call it, into those places that the kittens couldn't get into because it was, you know, coded to know this is the cat that's able to do that. And I'll link in the description box to what I'm talking about. Obviously we rent, so we can't do that. But if you own your own home, make your life simple. Then you don't have to get up. Because I can't tell you, I mean, I think I've lost a couple pounds since I got the kittens from all the amount of getting up to stop the kittens from doing something or getting up to let him in and out of a room that he wants to go in that I have had to do since we got those kittens. It's a significant amount. Or if you need a workout motivation, then just don't worry about that. So we don't let the kittens in here. I think that's very important that you have a place for your older cat to get away from the kittens, because kittens are very high energy. They're like toddlers that you gave Mountain Dew and Pixie Sticks to. And older cats are like, I just want to take a nap. Okay. So having that set up was kind of the next phase, because we were going to let the kittens loose in the common area, and we wanted him to have an escape. So that's another thing. Now, what did he do when we let the kittens loose in the common area with him? Well, he smacked them. You can tell the difference, and if you're a cat owner, you know the difference in like, hey, we gonna fight, like, woo, okay, and just a like, meh, boom. Okay, there's a huge difference in a cat fight and a cat smack. Okay, big difference. He was just smacking them, basically like, yo, you got to get out of my face, because they were coming for him like, hey, want to be friends? Want to be friends? We can be such best friends. And he was like, okay, because he's an old man. He's a grump. He doesn't want that in his face. So that was okay. He's just communicating to them like, yo, get out of my face. Now, what the kittens did was basically just fall over, show them his belly, like their belly, like, hey, you can kill me. You can kill me. Please don't though. I'm cute. Please don't kill me. I'm not a threat. Okay. So they were 100% communicating to him, I'm not a threat. Don't hurt me. That is an okay interaction, even though you might be like, and it breaks our heart sometimes, we're like, Boots, quit smacking your brother and sister. But they're annoying to him. They want to play with his tail. They want to get up in his face. They want to do all kinds of things, and he's just not down for that. Now, it is okay, that interaction. We even talked with our vet about it, and they were like, it's perfectly okay. In fact, it's preferred that they have that interaction when the kittens are little, so the kittens know this is the dominant cat, and they grow up knowing this is the dominant cat. I must be submissive to him instead of trying to fight him for dominance, because then you have a full-on like ding, 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 boom, let's go for it. And that is not what you want, okay? Now, they still do fight. Boots will still smack them every once in a while, but this is the next step, okay? And again, I don't recommend ever having an older cat that is still in the phase of, you really want to get to indifference. Okay, they don't have to love each other, just be indifferent about each other. Like, that is the goal. And we're moving closer to that every day. The next thing that you want to do is not let the kittens be around your older cat without you having your eyes on them. Number one, kittens get into every single thing. You should have a cat-proof room. I'll link to a video that talks about cat-proofing, because I think that's super important, or kitten-proofing. At least one room in your home. That way when you go to work or whatever, you don't have to worry about them eating through a cord or something, because kittens can get in a lot of trouble. So I'll link to that as well. But you really want to have a space to put them away when you need to, and be able to just keep your eyes on them whenever they're together with your cat, and in areas of your home that might not be 100% kitten proof. Like, we have TVs that they could climb up on and knock down that would crush them, but are light enough for them to be able to knock down. So we don't ever leave them anywhere with a TV. And I have seen kittens knock those TVs are just not as heavy as they used to be. Knock them down, and not only is it expensive, but your cat could end up getting hurt, which is the worst case scenario. So we don't let them alone, but this is the next step after that. Giving them treats together so they can have a positive experience around each other. And when they're all three have their own little treats and they're eating it, they're sitting beside each other and being okay. And then sometimes even they might get a little sniff. Boots might sniff them, they might sniff Boots, and there's no smacky smacky. Now, occasionally, our little boy kitten is super duper crunk, different from the little girl. He interacts a lot better with the little girl. Of course he's going to, it's a dominance thing. But our little boy will sometimes like try to sneak over and get a crumb of the treat. And if he does that, Boots does the same thing, smack, the kitten falls down dead. They just repeat that pattern. So just getting them used to being able to eat treats together, and then eventually being able to eat a meal together, okay? That's building that indifference. It's like parallel play with children. Like, this child's playing with this toy and this child's playing with this toy, and they're not fighting, okay? The next thing that you want to do, so treats, then food. You want to get to the place where we finally are now, where the kittens will sleep in the living room and he will sleep in the living room, and it's not constantly like a kitten wanting to sniff him and him smacking him and him jumping down and running away to try to get rid of the kittens. So we have moved on to the place we've got treats, and we've got nappies, we've got him watching the kittens play, and when he wants to jump in and like gets a wild fur up his behind and wants to play as well, the kittens will make room for him. You know, again, he is the alpha. So super important to establish that with your cats and your new kittens. So I hope this video helps you guys. Again, this is a long process. We've probably been doing this for 3 months. And eventually when we do get to the place of total indifference, we will be able to let the kittens be out in the living room. Well, they'll probably be cats by then, but we'll let them out in the living room and be out with Boots and have that common time. We probably will never let the kittens in our bedroom until Boots is gone, just because that was a promise that I made to him, that I still loved him. He was still my #1 baby boy, and we're just going to give him that. We're going to give him that. But when he's gone, the kittens are moving in, because I need a cat to cuddle with at night. All right, guys, if you enjoyed this video and you want more content from me, make sure you like, subscribe, hit that bell to get notifications whenever I release new content. And remember, every time you subscribe on my channel, all right, a cat, they get a treat. Thanks guys for checking out this video. Until I see you over on the next one, remember to keep living your most perfect life.